Good morning to all the BizTalk listeners. Unfortunately, today the content of the podcast will be slightly different due to the coronavirus outbreak. Because of the outbreak, we've had to cancel our interview with Rob Grant from McKay Promotions, and unfortunately, the bad news does not stop there. As you know, the BizTalk team were set to hold a 90s themed trivia night at the Hoother Hotel on Tuesday, March 24th. The trivia event, called Quiz for a Cause, was a fundraiser for the Canadian Mental Health Association in Waterloo, Wellington. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus outbreak in Canada, we have decided to cancel the event and do our part to ensure everyone is social distancing and working together to limit the damage this virus will have on our country. It is a shame. We were looking forward to the event as the evening was planned and ready to go, with the famous Quizmaster Steve ready to prepare questions and host a great night of trivia, pool, and fundraising for a great organization. But we must take this virus seriously, take all the necessary precautions to stop the spread of this horrible virus. So with this news, I'm going to steer the podcast in a little bit of a different direction and use this as an opportunity to discuss the importance of dealing with event cancellations and cancellations in general in a professional manner. In the public relations field, it is vital that you handle cancellations delicately because, well, ultimately, people are going to be disappointed. It is important that these events and these cancellations don't tarnish your company's reputation. So you must apologize, be clear, and most importantly, thank the audience that you're trying to reach. This will help maintain the relationships between your company and the clients, public, or whatever audience that you are reaching out to. Relationships are a key part in the communications field, and ensuring you maintain a positive relationship could prove vital for your company. So, when dealing with the cancellation of something, ensure you are clear, honest, and professional. Get the message across and maintain your relationships through showing respect for the audience. Ensure that you show respect for your audience. When it comes to how to spread this news, you can also use your social media accounts as well as podcast platforms or YouTube. Audio messages can be a great way to get the message across, especially if you have a dedicated following. For this channel, the audience being young professionals looking to how to learn to break into the industry, or even for this episode with those who planned on attending the trivia event. This podcast is a perfect way to ensure that my listeners are getting the necessary information. But once again, I would just like to thank all the listeners who have supported BizTalk with the event. And unfortunately, the coronavirus is a bad situation, but we must all work together. I want to thank all the listeners for their cooperation, and remember to keep your distance. Thank you, BizTalk listeners.